During the move, my candy stuff got lost. Hello! Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are doing safe and well. Today, I'll be teaching you how to make your very own 90s Raver ball pit ball chain belt thingy. And they go by all sorts of names. I've heard them called like fat, P-H-A-T, fat chains, just like, you know, fat pants. You can use them for all sorts of things other than like a chain for your pants. You know, you can wear it as a necklace or put it in your hair. You could attach it to a belt to make it like a skirt, or even use it as home decor. There's like many kinds of things that you can do with it, and it's pretty straightforward to make. I've already made a TikTok on how to make them, but I wanted to make this YouTube video as well, just so that I can go into detail and guide you through it, and also talk about like some aftercare stuff at the end of the video. Okay, so let's get right into it. So what you are gonna need are, number one, ball pit balls. So you can find these by Googling ball pit balls. You could also try toy stores, and I've also heard of people going to ball pits and just taking them, but it's up to you however you want to procure these balls. They're available in a wide range of colors and sizes, so if you like pastel colors more, they have pastel ball pit balls as well, or some in different shapes as well. I've seen like stars, and those look really cute. Number two, you are going to need an X-Acto knife or something sharp that can poke small holes through things. And number three, you are going to need some stretchy string. This one is about 1 millimeters in diameter, I think is the thing. I previously used like clear stretchy string, but it kind of stretched out, and I'm gonna try and see if this colorful stretchy string works a little bit better than this one, and at the later part of the video I'll give some like recommendations on how to store it, because that's also kind of why it's stretched out. But other than, you know, stretchy string for candy, you could also use like fishing line or paracord, or pretty much any kind of string honestly could work. But I would highly recommend using something that you already have on hand, so, you know, yeah, you don't have to spend extra money, and yeah. Okay, number four, you will need 2 claw hooks, or you could also use keychain rings. You can find these at craft stores or hardware stores, and I prefer the little colorful claw hooks because they are a lot lighter and easier to like just hook onto things, and they're really cute. Number five, lastly, you are going to need a plastic sewing needle or something thin that has a hole that you can tie the string to. It has to have like a hole or something that can hold it in place, because if you just tie it on the outside and you like poke it through the hole, it's just gonna come right off. So it needs to have some kind of hole. Unfortunately, I can't find my plastic sewing needle because it was with all my candy stuff, and during the move my candy stuff got lost. So I'm just gonna be using this bobby pin, and it works fine as well. So now that you have all of your items, let's go ahead and get started. So step one, you are going to poke a hole through both ends of each ball. So one right here, and then one on the other side, so that the string can just go straight through it. Number two, you are going to tie your string, whatever string of choice that you have, onto your plastic sewing needle or onto your bobby pin. You'll tie it onto it. When you tie the string onto the bobby pin or the sewing needle, I recommend doing it about like 2 to 3 times so that it really stays on there. Step 3, you are going to string the string through each ball in whatever order that you like. If you want to make the belt into like a rainbow order or whatever that you are going to be doing, just go ahead and use the bobby pin to guide the string through both holes that you just made. And once you're done stringing it through all the balls and you are ready to cut the string off of this spool, make sure that the ends of the string are long enough, because you're going to be tying it onto the hooks and you want it to have enough length so that you can tie it on a bunch of times. You're gonna need extra length on the end of the string and then also in the front of the string. So make sure that you don't cut off too much that it's like so short and you can't tie it onto the hook. You gotta make sure it's long enough. Step 4, you're gonna tie a claw hook onto both ends of the string. So once you are completely done making your entire belt, however long or short that you want to make it, however many balls that you want to add onto it, you will tie one claw hook on one end, and then on the other end of it, you are going to tie another claw hook. And so when you are tying the string onto the hook, make sure you tie it on a bunch of times. Don't just tie it once. I just kept tying and tying until the string ran out of space to tie onto the hook. So just so that it doesn't like fly off or anything like that, just keep tying it and tying it and tying it until all of the string runs out. And then once you're done tying it and tying it, you just snip off the ends with some scissors. And that's how you can attach it to your pants or your bag or your neck or wherever you want to put it. That is that. Voila! Here is the completed 90s Raver ball pit ball chain belt thingy. Ta-da! Now for some aftercare. So to store these thingies, I recommend storing it flat. So I would like lay it on top of something, or put it in a box or something like that, rather than hanging it like a necklace, like just hanging it on a hook or hanging it onto something. Because of gravity, it'll pull and like the weight from the balls will stretch out the string. So I think that's probably why my strings, like from the previous one that I made, it stretched out, because I hung it up like that. So make sure when you put them away, you have it laying flat like this. So like this, not this, like this. These balls are not hard as rock. They are, you can squish them, and especially because you poked holes through it, the air comes out of the ball, so it can get dented, kind of like this one right here. Sometimes, even though you try squeezing it to make it round again, it doesn't, it's a pain in the butt. How you want to make it round again is you will cover one end of the ball. So one hole, you cover it with your finger, and then on the other end, you would blow it so that you blow air into it. So like this. Yep, it blew air into it, and because my mouth dented it, this kind of dent, you can just squeeze it a little bit and just be very gentle and delicate, and it is good as new. It's round again, and I think, yep, the rest of them look good. So whenever a dent happens, it's gonna happen. These things are, like I said, are not hard like they used to be. So that is how you do that. And lastly, instead of stringing on a bunch of ball pit balls, you can use other things as well. So you can use like tiny toys, or candy beads work really well too. Just any kind of chunky kind of thing that you want to hang onto the string. It's totally up to you. You can just get really creative with it, have fun with making your own thingamajiggy. If you run through any trouble making it, feel free to leave a comment below and I will try my best to help you out. But I hope that you have a fun craft time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye! Take care!